Danny, Billericay Town 4, Cray Wanderers 3, an absolutely crazy game of football. How on earth do you unpack that one?
Yeah, I think we scored sort of 15 goals in the last few games, and they've got 10 or 11. So it's probably never going to be 0-0. I think, and I think the conditions were really tricky. I think the pitch and the facilities really good, and that, but the wind was a bit blustery and a bit all over the place, and we didn't quite get to grips with it in the first half and get our distances right. And I think they worked well for their goals, but we give them a bit of a helping hand, not tracking our runner, and they're not dealing with the first contact in the box. And full credit to them. We said they would come out fast, and we knew they would come out fast, and we knew that they would get on, try and get on top, and they did that, and full credit to them. But I think once we settled a little bit and we got a little bit of control, I don't think a lot, we had some good chances towards the end of the second half, and I think the goal just before half-time was really important, obviously, to make it 2-1 and give us an opportunity to get back in the game.
Yeah, as you said, certainly not a great start being behind within about 30 seconds, and then with 20 minutes left being 3-1 down. What was the belief like in that dressing room wall?
Yeah, I just said to the boys in the dressing room that we haven't had a lot of them late ones, have we, like really late like that to come back. But I said, when you get a good group of people that are all on the same page, that are all fighting for one cause and one team and for each other, I think you can create things like that, and things like that happen. And they don't just happen because you're a good team or just happen because that's the way it is. You have to make them happen, and that group did that. And, you know, there was never any dropped heads at 3-1. There was obviously a disappointment and a little bit of nervousness, but we showed great character and we went on and played on the front foot. And I think once we got back and got the goal to make it 3-2, I thought we were going to go and win this game, and it was just a matter of time before we got over the line.
Yeah, you won Isthmian League Manager of the Month in March, and
Yeah.
your substitution today certainly had an impact. Macaulay Bond with his first touch scoring
Yeah.
superbly, and then Alfie getting his goal and setting up the last.
Yeah.
How good were they?
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, I think that's the impact you need off the bench, isn't it? And we call them impactors or finishers, and they probably hate it because they want to start and they want to play every game. And unfortunately, that can't happen for everybody, and we have to rotate it. But when they come on the pitch, and I always say to them, your 15 minutes, your 20 minutes is your 90, and you have to go and have an impact. And they certainly did that. I thought Alfie was brilliant when he come on, and probably nearly set up another goal as well. And Macca's second touch, he's hit an absolute rocket and gone in. And I watched Macca warm up, and he wanted to get on the pitch, and he wasn't never in any doubt that he wanted to come on, but he spent 30 hours on a bus and a coach and a plane over the last couple of days, so he was obviously very tired. He's not slept a lot, so he couldn't start the game today, but I thought he'd come on and showed his quality, and you know, that's a great goal, and then he played his part in the other goals as well. So really important that the whole squad digs in. And you know, we had Tyrese Owen, who missed out today, who's fully fit. We've got John Benton, who will be fully fit as of next week as well, and Charlie Panton around the group as well. So we're in a good place, and hopefully that's a good dressing room, and these moments only really help us as a dressing room and as a football club.
And just talk me through the celebrations then when Frankie Merrifield bundles it in, but also what's that dressing room like after today?
Yeah, I think there was good celebrations. A little relief, isn't there? Because I think you want to win games, and 3 points is always better than the 1 point. And I think you can see the relief. What I like is there's celebrations from everybody. There's boys on the bench that haven't got on. There's boys that are disappointed that they've come off. But at that moment, you come together, don't you? And it showed that. And we had to come here and beat a really good Cray's team today, who really put us under the sword at times and have been in really good form and have got some really good threats, and we had to be able to deal with them and then show our own game, and took us a little bit longer maybe to get to that point, but I think we showed that in the end. And yeah, and the dressing room's buzzing, it's excited. I said you got to about 9 o'clock tonight to enjoy it, and then you have to get focused and you have to do what you have to do to be ready for Monday, because it's another important game and another big game that we've got to try and go and get some points in.
Yes, Monday certainly a big game. Congratulations, Danny. What a result.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, appreciate that.